Hey guys, welcome back to Dracula Love Story, and we're playing episodes, I think 8, 9, and 10. I don't know if I'm gonna get all those done in this one episode. I don't know, because these episodes tend to be a bit long, but I am excited. This is gonna be good. Oh, you can also kind of see a little sneak peek of the Gladiator story there in the back. You probably already played it. That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna get to it. I'm pretty determined to play that tonight. So you can see that very soon. Come play it right after I finish Dracula Love Story. But let's go ahead and get started. Let's just open it. An invitation to a celebration and a relative of Vlad. A relative? What relative? One of his brothers? Maybe? I don't know. Last time we left off on a banger of a cliffhanger. All kinds of crap was going down. Sandra finally got some story. Hassan was back. Mehmed popped up. It was a whole thing. And they can either be jerks or not jerks, depending on how you responded to them like ages ago, which is fucking ridiculous. But okay. Yeah. But as you can see, I'm in a good mood today because my daughter is finally sleeping through the night. She's napping really great. So what that means, more videos. But so, because I finally got some rest. Okay, I am ready to begin. This episode of Dracula, a love story, contains things that may be disturbing for some readers. Please proceed with caution. Also, if you see me peeking down, I have her little monitor up because she's sleeping right now. But okay, Chapter 8, The Threats of Fate. You know what? I just read that trigger warning, but I don't even remember what was on it. So just remember, there's a trigger warning. I don't remember what it's for. I'm sorry. When I woke up, it was already done. My brain is just like... This room is cute. Have we ever seen this room before? We've seen this room before. I'm tripping. Yeah, because we moved in last time. That's why. It's just new. It's just new. I'm still picturing her bedroom in Vlad's castle. The things I saw in the past left me speechless. Hassan? How could he possibly be there? I don't know, girl. Maybe it's just a vision, like that of Huma and Aisha. But how come Hassan could see Lale if that were the case and talk to her? As if they parted ways only recently. He was asking her if she thought about their marriage and told her he was looking for the dog. That's what he was doing before he died. Maybe he just he doesn't realize that all that time is gone. Like, it's not like maybe he hasn't been watching us this whole time. Yeah, because that was weird. He was like, yeah, so you want still to get married? And I'm like, no. So just for context, where I am with Hassan, I agreed to ride with him over Aslan, so he's not mad at me about that. And also, I kissed him. So that's where his mind frame is there with my relationship with him. Oh, I don't understand anything. Knock, knock, knock. Who is it? Noe, most likely. Oh, Sandra. Someone knocked on the door quietly. I opened it and saw Sandra. Hey, I hope I didn't wake you up. No, come on in. How are you doing? I never slept for so long in my life. I slept once you left and until the morning. That's not surprising. You need to restore your energy. She smiled, but there was sadness in her eyes. So many things have happened to her all at once. It'd be good for her to take her mind off of it and relax. Suddenly, I thought of something. Sandra, can you ride a bike? Yes. Wonderful. Then how about a morning ride? Lastville is a city of bike riders. Rental offices are everywhere, and they open early in the morning. And West Park is just nearby. I've never been to it, but they say it's the oldest in the city and really beautiful. Didn't you grow up here? Well, I guess you just never been, because maybe you've never been to this part of the city. Yeah, that's fine. But I guess I kind of got the idea that this was more of a small town. I guess because she knew the mayor and the sheriff guy. So I guess I just kind of assumed, but maybe she just happened just to be connected with the sheriff because of whatever the secrets over her past are. We can go there and see for ourselves. I'd love to. Then I'll get dressed quickly and we're good to go. Oh, but I like this dress. Hold up. That is nicely colored. Active. What the fuck? No. No. Versatile. Okay, that's pretty cute. That's pretty cute. But this, I like it. It's not suitable for a bike ride. But I don't care. Look at the little detail of the flower on the side, on the bodice. That's super cute. I know it's not for a bike ride. This is for a bike ride. And I shouldn't get this. But I want it. This don't make no sense for a bike ride. Guys. But this is really cute too. That's the only reason why I'm hesitating. Because they're both really cute. Honestly, I can't decide. Because I like the release we're following all the same colors mostly. I wish I could see what the straps look like. I mean, besides the little detail, I mean, the dress is actually pretty basic, though. That's a really nice little ombre color, though. Why am I taking 10 years? We just got started. I got so much to do. And I'm taking 10 years on this choice, but I kind of want this outfit. Like, call me weird. You know what? I'm going to see some CGs with this one. Matter of fact, if you bought this dress, send me a CG of it. Like a little screenshot of it on like Twitter or Reddit, something like that. I think you can send pictures on Reddit. I don't know. If you can't send pictures, send me on Twitter. My link's in the description. I'm gonna get this one. I know. Weird. And brush my hair. Okay, let me see what the hair is. Maybe it will make me change my mind. Oh, see, that goes good with the dress. Okay. It's not bad. That's interesting. It's not bad. Honestly though, I don't know if I like the color. I don't know if I'm crazy about the color. It's cute. It is cute. I don't know if I'm crazy about the color though. I'm actually not gonna get that. I think I'm gonna get this one. Actually. Call me weird. But that's what I'm gonna do. That's what we're going with. Since we're not gonna, I can't change my accessories. She still has the like blinging necklace up, whatever. We came across Miriam as we were leaving. We asked her to tell everyone where we went. Who's Miriam? I completely forget. Oh, I wanted to get that picture. God. We rented the bikes at the entrance to the park, bought hot coffee and donuts, and rode along the embankment. The air was crisp as it usually is in the morning. We were surrounded by mighty old trees, and pinkish vapor was rising over the river. It was really nice. Sandra and I left the tender wind caress our faces and kept smiling at each other. Okay, so maybe I still don't think that dress was appropriate for a riding bike, but I can see it. I can see it. That one Sandra is supposed to be us. Oh, you can see the little flower in the hair. So nice. Yes, it's beautiful here. It was early Saturday and there weren't a lot of visitors, even by the entrance to the park. As we moved on, it seemed like we were left all alone in a lost fairy tale world. We picked a scheduled clearing by the water and stopped. I should have got that picture too. Oh. I was going to keep going. I don't think I got that. I'm taking another one anyway. Okay. We're going to pop back. Oh, didn't get the bikes. I tried, guys. I tried. This is really pretty. We spread a throw blanket on the grass and put our purchases on it. The coffee wasn't hot anymore and the donuts were quite bruised. But our appetite after the ride and the atmosphere of the place made the simple food absolutely delicious. Thank you for taking me here, Melody. I really needed it. Thank you for agreeing to go. Thanks to you, a native of Lastville has finally visited the best park. We laughed, but Sandra suddenly caught herself. Okay, I like that she's making fun of herself for not going. Oh, I haven't called my sister. I need to do it now because of the time difference. It'll be too late again to do it later. Sure, call her. She got the number and put the phone in speaker mode. Soon Alinka's voice resounded and we greeted her happily. I like that little partition. That's nice. I kind of go with their like witchy vibes. Hey, how are you doing? We're fine. The cat gave us your message in the vial. What a good girl. I knew she'd make it. But how did she get here anyway? Can Mavkas travel such huge distances? Mavkas can't, but the black cats can. They infiltrate the borders between worlds easily and use special paths through space only they are aware of. Okay. But isn't it the same creature? It's not that simple. Mavkas are the souls of dead infants up to 2 years, wayward for some reasons. But not all of them have cat bodies. I told you before, they're kind and they look after wounded house animals. Very often, those are cats who go away to the woods when they are ill and weak. The Mavkas take their pain and heal them, but alas, not always successfully. And sometimes a dying animal gives them its body as a gratitude for the care. So, a Mavka is the soul of an infant in a cat body. As they live in this state for a long time, they adopt cat behavior and some of their abilities, including traveling through space. These cats are OP. But how come an infant soul looks like a young girl? Because souls have no age. If they're not burdened by sins, they all look like beautiful young men or girls. Oh, I see. Now tell me, did you manage to look over the threshold? We did. We told Alinka about everything we saw thanks to her decoction. Oh, now I see. It's clear now why I've always sensed the gift as something alien and couldn't accept it. I'm where the bond between your souls I saw in the fortune-telling came from. And the elements in Sandra's life. What elements? The ritual you've witnessed is some serious powerful magic. It's the calling to the threads of fate with a plea to change the predetermined path of the person. You can ask them for anything, and they'll give it to you, as long as you can endure what you've got. The threads of fate use energies of the elements to rewrite someone's life, and the elements burst into the person's life from time to time to push them towards the goal. Take Sandra's sudden return to Romania, for example. It's their doing. So you mean that thing that happened at my work? Yes, you were absorbed in your work, and you wouldn't have returned home for a long time, but it was time to meet those you decided to serve. Your work was a hindrance, and it was simply crushed by the tide of the elements. That seems so rough. Ilinka's voice became sad. Magic is a rough thing. If you're brave enough to rewrite your fate, then you have to accept the consequences. The elements don't care about the human concepts of good and bad. They take you to your goal by the shortest path. Wow. And the job is nothing compared to what Sandra lost when she was a child. What do you mean? The sudden inexplicable fire, taking away the lives of a young couple but leaving their little daughter unharmed. Oh. Sandra's eyes welled up. My parents? But why? I guess it was because you were supposed to end up in our family and grow next to your gift. To become familiar with it through me and take it when it's time. They could have chosen a different way to do that, though. Her parents could have just decided to move there. I squeezed Sandra's trembling hand. I'm so sorry. This is because of me and VLAD. You had nothing to do with it. It was my choice to bind my fate to you. Actually, your fate is bound only to one person. It's Melody. It's different with VLAD. You've taken the kin debt upon yourself. But Melody is connected to VLAD with the threads of fate, and to Leo as well. What? Do we have a ritual as well? No. The bound? Yeah, I guess. The bound you have cannot be created by magic. It was born on its own, from the deep devotion of very close souls. Wow! Power of friendship! So it's acting more softly, but it has also connected you so many centuries later. So all three, Leo, VLAD, and Sandra, are connected with me by fate. I think it's not bad. It's getting to me. I'm lucky. No, you're definitely lucky. Each of them is a marvelous person, incredibly strong, kind, and honest. And each of them is ready to protect me and keep me safe. It's a miracle to have friends like them by my side. Damn right. Yeah. Power of friendship. I thought about it. So, no one gathered us in Romania on purpose. It's all the doing of the elements and fate. Oh. It's not mutually exclusive. People can be instruments in the hands of fate. And not just people. The elements can rule anything. I shuddered and asked for some reason. That's a bug. That's not me. Is there anyone capable of ruling the elements? I can't even imagine the power it takes to do it, and who could have possibly have it. I can think of a few people. I decided to ask about something else that kept bugging me. Elinka, why were you sure the predatory creatures over the threshold wouldn't hurt me? The cards show me there's something in you that's dangerous to the darkness and those who affiliate with it. What is it? Soul light. You're light. All souls emit light, even the lost ones, though it's colorless and bleak for them. But when you came to us, your soul wasn't lit up at all. It was strange. The cards told me you had immense light, but I couldn't see it, as if it was hidden and dormant deep inside you. It shone only after the imps attacked the castle, and it shone so brightly. By that time, the gift had already left me, but I kept the skill of seeing souls. It turned out your soul has a very unusual color. What color? Azure. I've never seen it before, and I haven't even heard of souls with light like that. But how come I have it, and why does it scare darkness away? I don't know. Knowledge of souls and their colors is very high-level arcana. Only some superiors have access to that knowledge, and they're definitely not human. There's no way. No. Oh. Alinka proceeded to explain to Sandra about the gift, advising her on how to treat it properly. Then we bid goodbye. Wow, that was a very revealing conversation. For a while, we remained silent, processing all we just heard, but suddenly Sandra said, I guess you'd like to know about my work. With that look on your face, I'm worried. Only if you're ready to tell. Oh, could this be what the trigger warning was about? Oh my god. That's ominous music. Whoa. She was an officer. I've been working in New Jersey's police for 3 years. That's like expired date 2047. Do these really last that long? I went there for my internship and stayed when they offered me a full-time position. I was lucky with my boss and coworkers. Everyone was treating me nicely and respectfully. I was living and breathing my work, not because someone made me do it, but because I loved what I was doing so much. Ever since I was a kid, I was offended by any injustice, and I could finally fight in my line of work. But who's that person looking down in the background? This person like right there. So police, I have to admit I suspected something like that. You're so decisive and sharp-witted. I think your former profession was just right for you. Yes, but I was suspended. Why? I shot at my boss. He deserved it. What? Why? Our captain retired and they sent another one, Bundy. Is that him? Was that the guy who was looking down in the background? I can't remember. He was obnoxious and haughty, but he didn't interfere with my work, and I was fine with that. Until I saw him harassing a girl. Oh my god. 17 years old and an immigrant without parents. Are you kidding? Fucking pedophile. Hospital. I'm trying to see if there's any interesting details back here. She was living with her older brother, but he mixed with the wrong crowd and got some serious accusations. She came to visit him at the precinct, miserable, scared to death, but even then she was so pretty. As Bundy saw her, he got a sudden interest in the case, started empathizing. One evening, I was by the girl's house and saw his car there. At night in a shabby neighborhood like that, I felt suspicious and went to check on it. And I saw him getting handsy. He promised to her that he would solve her brother's trouble if only she was obedient. And he was describing in detail her brother's hardships in jail if she says no. Oh, if only you could see her eyes, full of despair and hopelessness. I thought Bundy would be scared when he saw me, but he wasn't even alarmed. He just hissed at me to get out and keep my mouth shut if I wanted to continue working. And then I pointed my gun at him. I wanted to just scare him, but the gun went off. Did you shoot him in the face? She should have shot him in the dick. The elements. Yes, the bullet hit his shin. It was bad. Well, okay. A dick shot wouldn't have killed him, right? Though? She got him help fast enough? I'm mean. I really am. I really am sometimes. I could be mean. I don't know. But like I thought, he deserved to get shot. He really did. I'm sorry. I'm not going to take that back. I really believe that. But the case turned out to be a scandal. But you were protecting the girl. Bundy said he was simply talking to her and I was making things up. The girl confirmed his worries because she was too afraid for her brother and there were no other witnesses. I get it. I get it on the girl's part. I do. And either way, it was the elements pushing all of this towards there, so Sandra would have to go. I still wish they would have found a different way to do that, but... That's terrible. Sandra's gone through a lot, dude. Because, like, we talk a lot about, like, Vlad and even, to some extent, Leo's misfortunes. But Sandra's had a pretty rough go. And then, like, and she's kind of, like, getting all of it at the same time. Like, realizing that all these things, that bad things happened to her, are connected. But, I mean, it's because of a choice that she made a long time ago. I didn't go to jail only thanks to forensic analysis that showed that that the gun was faulty. But I lost my job. But he promised me I'd never be able to work in the police force again. And I know his authority and connections can make that happen easily. So she has to lose out on her dream job because of a promise she made in her past life. Sandra, all that matters is that you're all right and free. I get that you're trying to cheer her up, but that's not all really that matters there, to be honest. But that's okay. Things will get settled with your job. I don't think the Bundy is that omnipotent. Thank you for your support, Melody. Yeah. We might be able to help her out with that, I think. Eventually. What happened to the girl? To cover things up, Bundy got her brother released. But he also made sure that both were deported back to their homeland. On one hand, it's a pity. On the other, at least she'll be far away from this sleazy man. I agree. So you came back to Romania after that? Yes, I decided to take a pause and figure myself out. But you met us and became even more confused. That's right. But enough of heavy conversations. She waved her hand as if chasing someone away. Why don't you tell me instead how you ended up living in the castle? Did Vlad invite you? No, on the contrary. Vlad wanted me to stay away. Oh. I told her how it went. Sandra listened to me and shook her head. You did the right thing by staying. He needs it. And so do you. I shook my head hesitantly. Seriously, every time I see you two together, I get goosebumps. You're playing their special music. You're not together, but these looks you cast at each other, I've never seen such attraction and depth between anyone else. Thank you, Sandra, but it's all so difficult. Of course, just imagine all the things he's been through, and so have you when you learned who he actually was. There are many obstacles between you now, but feelings like yours can pull through anything. Do you think so? I'm sure. Such smart and sincere people who ache for each other so much can't just neglect the possibility of being together. It would be a crime against yourselves. My friend's words cheered me up, and I suddenly felt like returning to the castle this instant. I think we should go before the temperature rises. Sure, let's go. As we approached the castle, we noticed Miriam by the entrance. Yeah, please remind me who this is, because... Who? She was pressing her back against the door, frightened and shooing someone away. Shoo! Get out! Shoo! Oh, now I remember her. We came closer and saw the black cat. What? Are you afraid of cats? Her arched back and fluffed up tail was saying she was intent on getting into the castle. What's going on, Jade? Do you want to come inside? No, I can't. I'm sorry, when did you own part of this place? You don't? I don't think she's interested in the castle. She's just hungry, I guess. Oh, right. We didn't even think of that. We had to get her some food. Something very delicious. Anything she'd eat, then she won't bother us. What? Get her the best of the bestesses. Right, sweetie? Do you want something tasty? Hey! We're improving with the magical cats. Oh, shh. I didn't read that. It was something about lean closer and something. I don't know. But her eyes fixed on Miriam told us the conversation wasn't over. It was simply postponed. Whoa! Is Miriam bad? That makes me not trust Miriam. Because I trust the cat's judgments completely. And if they don't like Miriam, I don't like Miriam. So fuck Miriam. You can get out. You can't tell the cats they can't come in. Especially. Okay? I own one section of the castle, at least. I think I guess I can say so. The girl looked back at the cat with the utmost enmity, as if she was seeing a gross lizard instead of a fluffy cat. What the hell? What's wrong with you? Fine. If it leaves after eating, I'll get it some food. No. It'll stay as long as it wants to. We just got fresh greens. Sandra laughed. Greens? What sophisticated revenge. The helper got really embarrassed. No, what? Cats don't eat it? I don't trust her little wide-eyed, innocent look face. No. I don't trust that. I think she's a little sneaky little thing. Don't you know what cats eat? Where are you from, Miriam? Foraminus. Where's that? Well, it took any words out of my mouth. Where is that? The North Branch? Sandra and I shared a confused look. The North Branch of what? Let me help you. Show me what we got, and I'll bring it over and feed her myself. Miriam sighed with visible relief and led Sandra to the kitchen and entered the castle. She didn't answer my question. You know what? I'm gonna write that down. I don't trust her. Why do I feel like she was sent here? Why do I feel like she's purposely trying to keep Jade out? I don't trust this bitch no more. I didn't remember her before, but I'm gonna remember her now. She a problem. That's what that is. Alright. I got notes. There were Leo, Henry, and several other burly men in the hall. Burly? And of course, we need to settle matters regarding access to the castle, especially the grove outside. It's a real wilderness, stretching out for rather large territory. Judging by the map, it reaches West Park, abutting on it. It's not even clear yet if they're divided in any way. I won't be surprised if there's no fence. If that's so, anyone can get to the castle through the park, hiding in the thicket. We can't let that slide. Alright, I got you. We'll start checking right away. Leo nodded and noticed me. What up? Melody, good morning. How was your walk? I approached the man and greeted them. Well, we'll be gone. Time to work. Henry and the man left, and Leo and I were alone. What's up with that? Meowing came from the depth of the hallway. Leo shook his head defeatedly. Nosferatu has been acting weird all morning. He's trying to get out. And Jay is trying to get in. Hey! I was busy and I don't want to let him roam alone. I should go for a walk with him. Oh, I see. Leo hurried towards the... What? Why didn't you tell him that his friend was here? Leo hurried towards the rooms and I thought about things to do next. The outside door opened. Two piles of various stuff stumbled in. By the feet on the floor and the voices coming from behind the stacks, I recognized Millie and Kathy. What are you doing? We should have asked for permission before getting all this stuff here. Vlad will definitely allow us. He's cool. You'll see. Okay. Thank you for liking Vlad, but seriously, you need to listen to your friend. You definitely should have asked for permission. Girl? Or girls? Oh, what is all this? Melody, oh, catch that, please. The pile Millie was holding lurched dangerously, and I rushed towards it. I held a box and helped the girls put stuff on the sofa. It's the props for tonight. A friend of ours was driving to this part of the city, so he helped us get it here. But the evening is not here yet, so we need a storage space. Oh, so tonight's Saturday of Lights will be held here in West Park? Uh-huh. Are you coming, by the way? I guess so. We just have to see what all this stuff is. Hooray! Let's go, Millie. There are several boxes with costumes by the gates. Do you need help? Nah, there's not a lot. We can do it. The girls left, but in less than a couple of minutes, the doors opened again. Oh, isn't she like the mayor's woman? Miss Burnell, good morning. Nice to see you. And she's also a Hungarian, like the guy we don't like. Good morning. The mayor's fiance, walked past me as graciously as if she was on a catwalk and sat down on the unoccupied sofa, fanning herself with her purse. With your purse? Interesting choice. What kind of purse? What's the shape of this purse? That's my only question. Oh, it's such a scorcher outside. Girl, I live in Texas. I can relate. She waved at me. Can I join me here? Thanks, I'd rather stand. Why? Yeah, I guess so. She scooted over and I sat next to her. I've got a meeting with Mr. Wright. Yeah, that guy. He's helping me with research. He should be here any minute. Urzi? Can anybody tell me how to pronounce her name, please? If you know. Looked me over with overt curiosity. Patrick, Mayor Mackenzie, told me about the latest event at the castle. It's also exciting. Yeah. Tell me, Melody. This gentleman whose foundation will be helping the city, Vlad. He came here for you, right? I got flustered, not sure what to answer. Erzi took my panic for an answer and smiled immediately. So this is who the city should actually thank for the help. Her gaze turned even more appraising. You're very beautiful, Melody. But not all beautiful girls get such opulent presents from men. It takes special charm and approach, doesn't it? I don't know. The tone of the conversation started getting on my nerves. Yeah, I'm like, it wasn't a present for me. Vlad decided on his own. She winked at me understandingly. So I might have called her a little name or two when I was mad at Mayor Mackenzie. But I was like, nah, let me stop because I don't know this woman. Now that I'm getting to know this woman, I think those names were apt. She winked at me understandingly. Of course, men always decide on their own. Us girls are just inspiring them. So you're a manipulator. And the reason why the city doesn't have any money is because he spent it all on stuff that you wanted. Okay. Now I know why the city is in debt and that we were in trouble to begin with and I got threatened. It's your fault. Alright. Good to know. I get it all. But the inheritance in the chapel. Baron Sotet didn't even know you, but he left you an entire building? How come? I ain't telling you my business. Hell no. Nah, she a gossip and she's a manipulator. She's a user. She will use that information to her advantage. And hell nah. I heard the door creak open and turn to help Kathy and Millie, but it wasn't them. Oh, Mackenzie, you should take off your rose-colored glasses. What you're speaking of is utopia. No, Commissioner, you must agree that. The mayor froze in surprise upon seeing his fiancée. Urzi, where did you come from, darling? You told me you'd be busy all day. She immediately turned into charm itself. Yes, dear. Busy with my research. I came here to ask advice from Mr. Wright. But why didn't you tell me I could give you a... Vlad and Noe approached us. Commissioner? Mr. Mayor? Good morning. Sorry we didn't warn you beforehand, but I got a splendid idea. Mr. Vlad... Is this place, like, open for business? You know what? It's fine. Mr. Vlad, you as a philanthropist will certainly find it interesting. What, you want him to spend more money on something you came up with? No. I'm gonna tell you right now, whatever it is, no. Especially since Dugan seems to think that it's a bad idea, then it probably is. But another screech at the door made the mayor fall silent. This time it was my and Leo's sisters and Cassie in tow. Who's Cassie? It's quite crowded here today. Right? All these people need to go the fuck home. Kathy and Millie became embarrassed upon seeing so many people, put their boxes down by the door and started shuffling their feet awkwardly. Cassie didn't seem affected at all and stepped forward confidently. Is she one of the teenagers from the center, I think? Yeah. There she is. Good morning, everyone. Sorry for barging in, but I've got important business. Has something happened? No, I mean, yes, but it's a good thing. She cleared her throat and spoke in an official tone. Tonight, the last Saturday of the lights before the day of rebirth will take place in West Park. According to tradition, each Saturday has its own light keeper who lights up the main bonfire. This time, the teenage center is preparing the celebration, and we were entrusted with the choice. The keeper is usually someone who plays a crucial part in city life. They always choose to send the mayor for the last Saturday. It's an unspoken rule. And of course we chose. Mackenzie fixed his jacket and straightened his back with a smile. Dude, you almost lost them their center. I think and fixing it up, too. They're not gonna choose you. Mr. Vlad. Good. I like how the music just cuts out. Bitch? Thank you, Cassie, but I have to say no. I'm sorry. Why? I'm not a good fit for celebrations. Choose someone else. Vlad can't retire into his own shell. Not now. On the contrary, it's good for him to be around people. Is it? How about you ask him in private? Because I don't think now's the time. Because he often struggles, like sometimes he struggles with this aggressiveness and it just kind of pops out like randomly. Like, I don't know if that specifically came from Noah. That one time, remember, he attacked some guy. I can't remember his name already. A while ago. I don't know if Noah did that or, like, he's just really struggling with his aggressiveness. But if he is, then maybe he's speaking truth. I don't know. But he could just be withdrawing from people. I don't know. Besides, he's actually worthy of this title. Someone needs to persuade him. Alright. I'll try, but don't push too hard. Yeah? Vlad and I have been avoiding eye contact before that, but I stepped towards him. Vlad, it's not just a celebration. It's deeply symbolic and important for the city, in memory of those who saved it from the fire. The first keeper was a very honest and brave person. His willingness to sacrifice himself saved the city back then. You're just the right fit, and the kids chose you. Vlad hesitated for a moment and nodded. All right, I'll be there. Yay! The girls clapped their hands and rushed to give Vlad a hug, all three of them. It's nice to be a benefactor. Congratulations, Mr. Vlad. Get out. Congratulations. It's a very honorable title and perfectly deserved. See how genuine that came out? Erzi stared daggers at Vlad and raised her chin proudly. Seriously? Because your fiance... He's still the mayor. Because he didn't get the distinguishment? What, because you wanted to stand by his side and be clapped at, you know, with everybody? I don't get it. I don't get it. She a problem. And then she working with Mr. Right? He also a problem. And he's living here in this castle? I don't trust that. Nah, she a problem. I'm gonna have to slap this bitch. I need to stop. I think we should get going, Patrick. Let's go. Maya looked at her and then at the others, clearly confused about what he was supposed to do. Oh my god. And he's the mayor? You kidding me? You're kidding me? Dude, when's their election? I'll run. But I wanted to spend somebody else's money. Get out. Get out. However, Ursi had already turned around and was headed to the door, clicking her heels. At that moment, the door opened again, almost silently this time, and just as silently, someone slipped through it. Hi, Jade. Ooh. She was smiling naively like a child as she looked around the room, and her eyes stopped on VLAD. This is interesting. Have we ever seen them interact? Now, this is getting interesting. Nosferatu. The cat streaked out of the hallway, followed by Leo in a hurry. Nosferatu, where are you going? Stop! But the cat ignored him, rushing towards his new guest. She stepped towards him as well, caught him in her arms, and pressed the cat against herself with tenderness. Millie and Kathy, still standing by their boxes at the door, were now behind her. Their frozen, solid stares fixed on the girl's back. Girls, I'm need you to form a reunited front, and quickly hide her back from, especially Ursi. Oh. Damn it. Terrified, I looked at Ursi. She was also close to the door and the girl, but luckily enough, she was standing to the side and she couldn't see her back. Before I drew a sigh of relief, though, she took a step forward. Oh, Millie, come on. A split second, and Millie yanked some cloth from the box. There you go. She ran to the girl and threw it over her shoulders, covering her back carefully. We actually need a fairy for the celebration. Want to be a fairy? Look how the cape becomes you. There you go, Millie. There you go. Fairy? What? Shut up. Kathy shoved her and approached the girl as well, fixing the folds of the cape. Right, it's highlight your eyes beautifully. Just wear it until the evening. See, there you go, girls. Ah, the fairy. Right. See. Well done, girls. Cassie Clay was at a loss, but she decided to play along. You're not buying. That's fine. We'll explain it to you later. Okay? Mr. Dugan looked at them perplexedly and very suspiciously. I decided to get involved. Ah, girls. You're so creative. I took to explain to the commissioner. They had come up with an entire script. There would be a box of wishes and a fairy. Mr. Dugan smiled and nodded understandingly. The teenagers liked your words. The girls looked at me with gratitude. Hey, I'm looking at y'all with gratitude. Well done. But suddenly my eyes landed on Ursi again. She was standing still like a statue. Her face was so contorted it immediately lost all of its attractiveness. Ursi gulped convulsively, still looking at the Malka. No. Did she see it? But the next moment, the mayor's fiancée shook her head as if chasing a mirage away and smiled. She has some connection to the supernatural. She's even more of a problem now. Who's this beautiful young lady, and where did she come from? Millie blabbered frightenedly. It's our... Noe interrupted her loudly. It's Vlad's daughter. Ooh. Apparently it was my turn to have my face contorted. What? Vlad cast a somewhat doomed glance at Noe, but didn't say a thing. The commissioner raised his brows in surprise. But, forgive my bluntness, the girl looks at least 16 years old, and Mr. Vlad is what, 28? 30? Noe looked at me inquiringly as he said, She just looks a bit older. And Vlad actually looks younger than he is. I still couldn't gather my thoughts. Could it be true? Vlad's not objecting. So is he supposed to object in this moment? How about you just ask him later? Stop being stupid. Even if it is, that's fine. It would be interesting if it is. And actually it explains why she's around the castle. Huh. But now I'm wondering what happened. Poor thing, did he really lose a daughter? Oh, that's so sad. That would be another thing sad that he went through. Poor thing. And no, he's not going to object now. Once again, stop being dumb. But how? She's a Mavka, so it's his deceased daughter? Noah was clearly enjoying my puzzlement. Such an ass. Unexpected. I get it. He looked at me ironically again and sighed. I forgot to mention one thing. She's not his actual daughter. She lost a family when she was a baby, and Vlad took her into his care. Didn't you, Vlad? Vlad's face seemed to be burdened by some very heavy memory. I did. Oh, so there's still a store there. Ah, well, I see now. All this time, the Malika was busy with the cat, seemingly ignoring everyone around her. But Cassie approached her. Hey, I'm Cassie. What's your name? Look at the little cloak. It looks so nice. They even have a brooch connected. Where'd they get this from? She doesn't speak English. And she rarely speaks at all. But the girl pat herself on her chest and said in a quiet, childlike voice, Micah. Mika. Mika or Micah? What do you think? I'm gonna go with Mika. That's your name? Yeah. Nice to meet you, Mika. Come to the celebration in the evening. And we'd love to have you at our center. She's not like you, Cassie. Everyone there is not like the others. That's the center's power. All right, I should go. I got business to attend to you. See you in the evening. She laughed. I adore her. Millie and Kathy, who had been whispering something to a surprised Leo, approached Micah and pulled her towards the rooms. Let's go. Take notes for Ratu. We'll be in my brother's room for now. We'll discuss your fairy role and play with the cat. Sure. Go, girls. Disappeared in the hallway. As he followed them with a sharp gaze, shook her head again and said dryly to the mayor, Get out. I'll be waiting for you by the car, Patrick. She walked outside. Excuse me, lady and gentlemen. I'll tell you my idea later. Now I have to take my fiancé to her home. He smiled as if he was waiting for the question, but no one asked him, so he answered it himself. Yes, we're engaged, but we're not living together, and we're not... You're not what? Ursi had a strict upbringing. Her principles prevent her from staying at a man's house before marriage. Is that what she told you? Is that what she told you? I'm willing to bet you're not having sex either. Okay. Okay. He said it with distinct pride. The commissioner shook his head. Oh, I see. It's about principles. They're so rare nowadays. You're a lucky man, Mackenzie. His irony clearly went over the mayor's head. I am. To be honest, I have no idea what she sees in me. If you ever hear anybody say that line, tell them to end their relationship immediately. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not. Clear example, The Holiday with Jack Black and Kate Winslet. Jack Black's like, I have no idea what she sees in me. That woman was cheating on him. But it's time to go. Have a nice day. Finally, the mayor left and Dugan produced some papers. Mr. Vlad, I have some papers about the Ruthven case. We need to document and sign things we discussed yesterday. Of course. Anything new about the investigation? How long have I been recording? 48 minutes. Not really, but remember the bandage with the blood we found in his room? Yes. The forensics tests are in. It's really Ruthven's blood. But we've also compared it to the blood on the basement floor after the ritual. It's a match. What? You mean... Yes, Ruthven was one of the men in the black capes. Your abductor, Melody. Son of a bitch. I had a lot of fun. All right, episode 9. Candles light up the darkness. Stars show their spots. I heard there was a bug with candles in this update. Like white boxes where there were supposed to be candles. So let's keep an eye out for that. Chapter 9, The Motive. Ooh, our time. The news came unexpectedly, and at the same time it struck me with obviousness. Of course, the wound in his hand appeared that evening. It was Ruthven who Justin got with his small sword. You must have guessed right away, Mr. Dugan. I thought about it, but I had my doubts since I couldn't see a motive. Why would he harm the person the castle's fate depends on? If something happened to you, the renovations would stop for months, and he treasured every day. So maybe Ruthven wanted to take his revenge for my rejection? Or scare me? He didn't know you'd say no, and the ritual was clear to prepare before your decision. You're right. The figure with the staff knew who I was and waited for me. I thought the same thing as you, Commissioner. But what if the castle wasn't the only or main goal for Ruthven? Do you remember how he mumbled about something far more important when he was drunk? The hotel of his dreams, promising a fortune. What could be more important to someone like him? Vlad was still silent. There was deep guilt and pain for me in his face. Suddenly I noticed something else that made me catch my breath. He didn't look surprised at all, as if Ruthven participating in the attack wasn't news for him. Noah was looking at him with confusion and alarm. I could swear he was thinking the same thing. Oh. The commissioner touched my shoulder in a reassuring manner. Don't worry, dear. I'm on this case and I won't rest until we figure everything out. Well, now we have to take on the papers. Are you ready, Mr. Vlad? Vlad's strange look lingered on me as if he wanted to say something, but instead he nodded to the commissioner. Yes, let's go to my office. They left. Poor thing, I feel like at this point he's so afraid of her reactions that he's just like, I'm just gonna avoid the situation and I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go. Poor thing. I'll go check on Nosferatu and the girls. Melody, come with me if you want to. I was worried about our sisters as well, but first I wanted to speak with Noah. I'll join you a bit later. Leo left as well. As soon as Noah and I were alone, I took a step towards him. What's going on? Explain to me. Do you know what happened with Ruthven? He folded his arms. I told you, I wasn't in the castle. That's not what I asked. I looked him in the eyes to let him know I wouldn't leave him alone. He looked back at me as if testing me, but I didn't give up. Stubborn, huh? Yep. He chuckled satirically and looked away. I don't know what happened to him. I really don't. His serious voice, without usual taunting tone, confused me. But I thought you were an omnipotent mage who knows everything about everyone? Sorry to disappoint you. My so-called magic has some restrictions, and one of them is the dark world is strictly anarchic. It doesn't let me see events of a higher level than mine. And in Ruthven going missing, there were powers much greater than mine involved. Powers, so he didn't disappear himself. No, this puny mortal invoked the wrath of someone very powerful, one of us. No, could it be Vlad? He drew a sharp breath. Yes, it could. By that night, he already knew it was Ruthven who abducted you. So it wasn't just me, but how did he know? The smell of blood. Vlad's kind feels it very sharply. They can tell thousands of undertones apart. If you saw the blood spill at the basement, he surely recognized it under the bandage. But back then, I didn't realize it. I was busy with other things. When I saw Vlad's darkness was absorbing him more and more, I decided to get you to live in the castle immediately. I knew he wouldn't let me, so I went to Vincent the same night. I was sure Ruthven wasn't in danger. That is not someone who get his hands dirty on inconveniences, even if they are very annoying. But when I got back, the darkness possessed him even more, and Ruthven was gone. And now I realize Vlad has a very serious motive to punish him. Ruthven encroached upon the greatest value in his life. You. Barely managing my worry, I asked, Noe, can you see if Ruthven is alive? I did. I can't feel his energy in your world anymore. But I didn't find him in ours either. Where is he then? I don't know. Ruthven is the last person I'd be worried about. But if Vlad dealt with him, it's really bad. Noe clenched his fist angrily. Damn it. How could I fail like this? How could I have looked over such an important thing? I shouldn't have left him alone. He's just worried about his friend, though. And I'm glad she has someone to talk through this stuff with. So she's not just sitting there, like, wallowing in, like, negativity. There was sincere worry and remorse in his anger. I touched his shoulder gently. None of us should have, but we didn't know, and neither did you. We can't always act flawlessly. Maybe it's not as bad as we think now. We're just guessing at present. I still believe he wouldn't have done such a thing. Progress? Progress in character? I told you I was gonna wait. Let's see if she continues down this path until the end of the season. If she does, we might be okay. Don't blame yourself, Noe. You're a very good friend. And good friends are rare. His face contorted into a strange grimace. He laughed hoarsely. The contrast made me feel uneasy, but I didn't let it show. I've already understood it's a way to escape pain. Well then, let's laugh so we don't cry. I frowned theatrically and pursed my lips. By the way, what was that scene with Vlad's daughter? Could you just tell who she was to him? A smile appeared on Noah's lips. At first he seemed to be fighting it, but then he broke into laughter, this time sincere and amused. Why? Have you already pictured yourself as his stepmother? What? You... I wanted to shove him with my hand, but he dodged swiftly. Hey, easy there. Though, feel free to give me a beating. Your face at the moment was worth it. I couldn't pretend to be angry anymore, so I laughed along with him. I really sensed the tension fading. I felt better. I said, this is nice. Oh, imagine that. I hated Noah more than anyone in season 1. More than anyone. I was so pissed. I take that back. I hated Mehmed more. I still don't like Mehmed. But Noah, he's really turned it around. I really like him. When we finally stopped laughing, I asked, who were the girl's parents and what happened to them? Noah shook his head. Maybe he'll tell you one day. I've got to go. Make sure to come to the celebration in the evening. There's this creepy music. There will be a night in VLAD, so you need to be there as well. See you around. Somebody told me. This is the update of like surprising allies. Somebody told me that he's an ally. That he got the potential to be an ally. Anvari and Thor from Path of the Valkyrie. I'm sorry, is that spoilers? I'm sorry. I might take that out. I'm sorry. There will be night in VLAD, so you need to be there as well. See you around. He winked at me at party and walked out. Before going to Leo and our sisters, I decided to stop by my room to wash my hands after the walk and sort out my thoughts, or at least try to. The moment I stepped in, I smelled a delicate aroma filling the room. There was a surprise waiting for me on the bed. Where's that from? I sat down and took the flowers, looking at them in awe. They were beautiful. Each of them were perfect on their own, but their different tints and forms created a perfectly harmonious composition. I couldn't stop myself from lowering my face into tender petals, feeling their sticky touch on my skin. So delicate. There was an envelope signed with Vlad's name on the box. I got out, a letter. I really wanted to read it right away, but I was too emotional. I held onto the paper tightly, imagining with the flutter in my heart how he touched it just recently. How Vlad's palm was lying on the paper while he was writing beautiful letters with his old-fashioned flourishes. The way the light from the window was falling onto the table, lighting up his long, slender fingers and his focused profile. How his brows were slightly furrowed and how his lips were moving a bit, mouthing the words. And how he folded the paper carefully, leaving untraceable particles of his warmth and smell. I realized I was pressing the letter against my lips, taking his fragrance in, and smiling. This recently I was torn apart by fears and doubts, but now they were just the flowers, the paper, and Vlad's smell, barely discernible on it. Finally, I gathered myself and started reading. With that, I could hear his velvety voice in my mind and see his face in front of me clearly, as if he was saying all this to me himself. Oh, do I get a CD? Oh, I better click. Did I get it? I think I got it. I think I got it this time. Melody. Melody. I never forget. I remember every minute of who I am. So I did everything to grow apart from you. I thought I was doing the right and honest thing. But yesterday, when you came to the pool, I thought for the first time I might be wrong. Because I suddenly saw something in your eyes that gave me hope. I'm still afraid to believe it's true, but I can't help but believe it. I feel like me and Bly are on the same page. Hope is a very dangerous thing. Once it appears, it breaches all sensible arguments and defenses, and I've only started learning to think of you less. I was trying to focus on the important things, your safety, the liabilities and concerns I've taken upon myself, but after yesterday's meeting, hope has devoured all my thoughts. Hope that one day you'll really be able to accept me as I am. I think I got it. This thought has driven me mad. It made me sing into my dreams and fantasies like a naive young man. All night long, all I could see was your face and eyes against the setting sun. I could feel your warm breath on my neck and your palms on my shoulders and chest through the towel. Your body, lips, voice, like a sweet delusion, they wouldn't leave me alone until the morning. And I didn't once it came. I'm writing to you, even though my mind still believes it's irresponsible and dangerous for you. The words keep tearing their way out, and it's much easier to write them than to say out loud. Yes, it's a wrong letter, but a long one? Wrong? Perhaps long. But I want you to read it. Because many years ago, one girl has taught me sometimes you have to act on what you feel, not on what is right. And I also saw yesterday how much pain I've caused you, chasing the right thing. Please accept these flowers from me. They don't mean anything. It's not an apology. An apology must be entirely different, and I will make sure to apologize to you properly. And this bouquet is just an attempt to do a nice thing for you, after all the suffering I've caused. I would like you to never be sad, or more so, cry because of me. I hope I managed to bring a smile to your face, because your smile is the most beautiful thing I've seen in this world or any other. There also was a postscript. Today, I have a lot of things to do around the castle, but I really hope that tonight we'll have an opportunity to spend some time together and talk, if you agree, of course. I agree. That was nice. I put the letter aside and sat there for several minutes with the biggest smile on my face. I was listening closely to the feeling I was afraid to scare away, the warm, happy feeling I'd been missing, the faith that everything would be all right. I stayed in the room for a while and was about to head to our sister's. But as I opened the door, I bumped into Millie, and she pattered excitedly. Melody, you knew you knew that black cat wasn't just a cat. It was Mika. She's an imp. You knew and didn't tell me. Sorry, I'm just tired. I didn't want to scare you. Do you think I have nothing else to care about? Rude. How do I feel about that? There's a lot of things she's not ready to know. But she's gotten involved with some pretty heavy stuff. And she's old enough, I feel like maybe we should have told her some things. We should have sat her down by now and explained some of these situations. So that she kind of knows, not so cares. But I guess we didn't want to take away. I think we should explain some things to her. I do think we should have. Because she knew enough about Noe to know that he was using magic with his tome, his little book thing that he gave her. So she's already witnessed some magical things. And the attack with the monster, yeah. She witnessed Ilinka's powers already as well. Yeah, at this point, yeah, they should have had this conversation. I'm gonna apologize for that. I don't know if I'm just tired of the thing. I didn't want to scare you, but that's not an excuse. Let's see, I'm trying to apologize and see what happens. So many events these past few days, my head is spinning. My sister muttered placatingly. Fine. Appreciate your apology. Okay, good. By the way, I was just on my way to explain everything to you, but I see you've already found out without me. Yeah, Micah didn't want to be in the room and asked to go outside. Mika. We led her to the inner yard and she, poof, turned into a cat. Kathy and I almost passed out. Good thing Sandra was there. She brought her food and explained everything to us. Oh, that's wonderful. Now I see why Nosferatu was so happy to see Mika. He and Jay became such good friends. Then they're walking together. Leo let him stay with her outside. I'm very glad for them. What are you going to do next? Leo and his co-workers left to inspect the castle, and Kathy and I need to do a lot of stuff. Sandra said she'd help us. Let me help you as well. Yes, thanks. This way we'll be done before the evening for sure. We went to Leo's room. Sandra, the girls, and I spent the rest of the day preparing for the celebration and talking about mysticism, Carpathian evil spirits, and a cat girl who Kathy and Millie already adored. Good. What's going on with the lights in here? It's kind of flickery. When everything was ready, I returned to myself to get some rest and smarten up for the evening. I was just about to change her clothes, but then I thought about the events going to be happening soon, and we might get to pay for some items. Why is the light flickering? I found the right outfit for the occasion. Whoa. Look how pretty. That doesn't even compare. Tennis? There's even more outfits? It's 4 outfits? What? That's kind of nice. But look how pretty. Okay, this time I'm going for the dress. Then I set my hair. What we got? Ooh, a boater hat. Interesting. Pigtails. Adorable. Curls. Don't know if I don't know if I like how the hair sits. So what I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna buy this. Well, if I'm not gonna use it, then what's the point of me buying this? Unless we get this at least. At least it's not like this. Yeah, I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna buy this and then I'm gonna put a different hair on her if they let me. But if not, then I can at least deal with this one. Ha! No! What have we got in here? Let's go back from the beginning. Those are our beginning hairstyles. Okay, we bought this first. Okay. That kind of goes. Haven't seen that in a while. I don't like that. Ooh. Not quite right. Ooh. That could go. Oh. Hmm. Okay. I think this goes because it matches my pretty necklace. I don't know if I want to use a necklace though. What else we got in here? Let's use that. And we can go back to this hairstyle to match. But we also can get some different options. Oh, because I didn't know she had earrings. That could be nice. This is also pretty. Okay, so we're in between purple hair. This seems like a nice, like a little festival type hair, right? And we haven't seen it in a long time. It could be fun. This is also very pretty. I like the accents in this hair. That matches the necklace. The hair is nice too. Okay. We're gonna go with this one. We haven't seen it in a while. I think it's fun for a festival. Right? Let's do it. I was really done getting ready when Sandra came into my room. Melody, are you ready? Yep. I look like a fairy princess. Yeah. Where are the others? Leah took the girls around the props there an hour ago. VLAD and Noah left recently as well. Well, then let's go as well. Candles! The night was young, but West Park was already full of people. We see like 3 people. The richly decorated alleys were offering various entertainment. It looked so pretty. Who lit all those candles? Musicians, dancers, photo exhibits about the history of the city, a huge gastronomical zone, and many other things. My daughter spit out her pacifier. She's fine. Sandra and I walked down an alley and soon saw the memorial lane. The narrow path had lit candles of various colors everywhere. How beautiful. What is it? One of the Saturday of Lights tradition, people can leave a lit candle as a testimonial for deceased people here. Ah, there's my answer. Oh, I like to do it as well. An old priest was by the candle stand. He was talking to some young man. Different colors have different meanings. Tell me who the candles are for. I'll help you choose. We came closer and I recognized Justin Wright and the young man. I'd like 2, please, for my father and sister. Interesting. Did your sister pass away at a young age? She was a child. The priest sighed sympathetically and gave him the candles. Justin took them, turned around, and saw us. Oh, good evening. As usual, he became embarrassed. Good evening, Justin. We'd like some candles too, please, from my mom and dad. While the priest was choosing the corresponding colors, Sandra asked, what does the Saturday of Light celebration mean? What's its origin? Well, I only know the gist of the story. Then may I tell you in detail? Sure. We'd love to listen. Let me start by warning you. These are not historical facts, it's just a beautiful legend, so treat it accordingly. How very refreshing. Oh. So, circa 1700, when the city was built, a young settlement, there was a lumber mill on the other side of the river. The new production required a lot of water, and the river was obstructed by a barrage. Soon after that, the first big fire broke out. A couple of weeks later, there was another, even stronger fire. No one could determine the cause. It had never happened before in the local humid climate. The Aboriginal tribes of the lands blamed the barrage. They were saying that behind it there was a special place, a gate between our world and another, that the souls of deceased people would swim down the river and pass through the gate to the hereafter. And now, because of the obstruction, they were roaming around the shores, unquiet. Their energy of helplessness was adding up and pouring onto the city as unruly flame. Of course, no one believed them at first, but soon. At night, people would see the crowds of strange creatures, the ghosts, above the river. And the third fire followed. The residents were so terrified they deconstructed the barrage, but it didn't help. The fourth fire was bigger than all the other ones, and this time nothing could put the fire out. For 2 days, the fire ravaged one house after another, threatening to destroy the town for good. And then the people went to the active shaman of the tribes for advice. He explained that even though the passage was open again, the souls had lost the way to it. Someone was supposed to guide them. To light a big fire on the river and use it as a beacon to collect the souls along the river and lead them to the place. Citizens were ready to do anything to stop the flames. But it wasn't an easy task to find a brave person ready to lead the souls into Kingdom Come. The shaman warned them no one had ever come back alive. Oh. Only one young man volunteered to save the town. So the people built 2 rafts, connecting them with a chain. They made a big fire on one of them, and the brave young man took the other, guiding the fire to the place the shaman pointed at. Did he survive? Did he come back? Oh, it's an interesting story. The thing is, the young man had his own reason for such a dangerous endeavor. He was in love with a girl, but her father strictly refused to give her away to a simple worker. But that night, when she learned the sacrifice her beloved was making, she escaped her house. She used the darkness and the bustle to hop on the raft at the last moment and navigate with him. They thought they wouldn't come back, but they were fine with that, as long as they stayed together. No one knows what happened over the threshold, but in the morning, the raft washed ashore. There were 2 motionless bodies, his and hers. But they both turned out to be alive, just unconscious, as the shaman said later. Love is a force that makes even the borders of the world bow. The same night, the 4th fire died down just as unexpectedly as it started. The ghosts left these places for good, and fire never bothered our city again. What happened to the lovers next? Yay, they got married! After that brave deed, the young man was selected to be the head of the last ville, and he married the girl. These were difficult for ruling times. The town needed to be rebuilt, but they managed together. Those years are still considered the golden period in Lastville's history. Alice woke up. She's kind of kicking around. Give me a second. I'm going to check on her. Okay. She just fell back to sleep on her own. Okay. That's so exciting. She's able to go back to sleep by herself. I'm sorry. And nowadays we hold a celebration every year to honor the memory of those people and those events. With the lights flowed down the river and light up a big one as the first lightkeeper had, that young man. It's tradition to light up candles on Memorial Lane connected to those events in any way. Derivatively, since those times, there's a belief light can travel through world borders. A candle lit up in this world warms the past souls and helps them find tranquility, and chases away from them angry demons who torture and try to lead them astray. Of course, it's always demons who are at fault. Demons are the ones who prevent souls from finding peace, not the person themselves who were traitors or cowards, or live their whole life as a maggot, just eating everything around and building its cocoon. Noah appeared behind our backs and looked over the candles sarcastically. And of course, demons are the terrible depravers of human souls. They'll get scared and scatter all around like kids once they see a tiny light. Firm logic. The old man smiled. Yes, this belief may seem naive, but I see some wisdom in it. Of course, the fire itself doesn't have any power. But if a loved one lights it, praying for the deceased one sincerely, it can give a great power to a tiny flame. Noah scrunched up his nose in disgust, but the priest didn't notice. The people came up to him, and he turned to them. Justin spoke up pensively, not looking at us. There's a similar tradition in the churches where I'm from. And my mentor, a priest as well, would always say that it was the living that need this tradition, not the dead. We're the ones who find it hard to deal with losing people we care about, especially if they were our everything. We cling to them, unable to let go, and get stuck in the past because of that. He says it like he knows firsthand what it's like. Says he lost his father and sister. Rituals like this help us let them go, ease our pain. He shook his head and said with a vague hopelessness. At least my mentor thought like this. He does not look impressed. Noah scrutinized Justin but didn't say anything. I like your version, Justin. I think it's really us who need it, not them. So, let's go light up the candles? Justin, Sandra, and I walked to the other corner of the path, and they took to choosing good places for their candles. All of a sudden, I realized I wanted to leave a candle there as well. It was a person, even though not my loved one, whose death saddens me more than the others. The custodian from Brazov, Mihai, Sandra's father, or Gradish. I'm gonna say a no on Gradish. I feel bad for Sandra's father. He was possessed by some dark entity. The custodian, though. Back to the beginning, yeah. Because I feel like he died because of the elements. It was like my trigger into this whole thing. I don't know. I'm thinking the custodian or Mihai. What made me more sad? I feel like I want to say Mihai because, I feel sad for Sandra. Yeah, I think that made me more sad. I think about that a little bit more often than the custodian, I think. Not greatish. He made a lot of mistakes, but he repented before he died. He only killed himself because he didn't want to be a weapon in the hands of evil anymore. If it's true that the stranger came for me, that means I'm involved in Mihai's death in a way. I'd like his soul to find peace. I left Sandra and Justin and returned to the priest for a candle, and I saw him engaged enthusiastically in a conversation with Noe. I didn't hear what my new boss told him, but I heard the old man's answer. His surprisingly deep knowledge of the sacred texts is rare among young people. And what's even rarer, you're seeing the gist. You're asking complex but right questions. Finally, a worthy conversation partner. Why don't you stop by our church sometime? I have to admit, I really like such well-educated and thinking parishioners. I didn't know whether I should laugh or be concerned. Noe as a parishioner? You just can't make this stuff up. He's just teasing the poor old man. If only he knew who he was talking to right now. But then I heard Noe's voice, soft, without a trace of mockery. Give me 2 candles, please, for man and woman. Old or young? Young. They'd always been young. And he died like that. The priest handed the candles to Noe. Thank you. I have another request, though. Could you please come with me and say a prayer over the candles? Of course, but it's better if you do it. You were the one who loved these people. No, unfortunately, I cannot. He could barely say the word prayer. The priest raised his brows in surprise, but agreed to go with Noe without further questions. Both men turned to the path, and I followed them quietly. Noe made sure to pick the other end of the path away from Sandra and Yustin. He lit his candles, and the priest put his hands together by his chest and started saying the prayer. The young man was listening to him with an expression I'd never seen on him before. It was sad and childishly vulnerable. Noe looked just like a lost, lonely kid at the moment. Suddenly, I felt awkward for spying on him in such a moment. I hurried back to the stand. I waited for the priest to come back, took a candle, and lit it at the path. That's where Sandra found me. Melody, there you are. So, let's go further? I wonder... Maybe... his family? His parents? I don't know. I wonder. We walked down the alley again, surrounded by smiling people and festive decorations. This guy, Yustin, where is he from? His grandma is from Hungary, but I think he never lived there, so I'm not even sure. Sandra squinted pensively. Or maybe he's from Romania? Huh? When do you think so? When we were putting the candles on, he was saying a prayer quietly and discernibly, and yet I'm practically sure it was Romanian. I think he doesn't know I'm Romanian, so he probably thought I wouldn't get it. Are you sure it's Romanian? Maybe it was Hungarian. No, they're very different. I mean, I think she would know. Like, I'm pretty sure you were just visiting Romania and she lived there, so what? But knowing Romanian doesn't mean Yustin is from there. He practiced translation, so he probably knows several languages. This is also true. And reads a prayer for his loved ones in a foreign language? I highly doubt that. Also true. And she's the detective here, so I'm going with Sandra's guess. And there's something else. He said that where he's from, there's a similar tradition with candles in churches. What of it? It's an Orthodox tradition. It's widespread in Romania, but not in Hungary because Hungarians are Catholic. There are many other Orthodox countries, of course, but he's so fluent in Hungarian and Romanian. These countries share a border, and there are many ethnic Hungarians in Romania. So it seems possible to me that Yustin could be born and raised Romanian with Hungarian roots. Look at the detective work. Look at her. I got utterly confused. I think we should ask Justin about it, ask the commissioner, check him. Check him. What do you mean? I don't know. Well, you can unexpectedly say something in Romanian when we're next to him, and we'll see his reaction. I think that it will be clear if he's familiar with the language or not. It's quite an original idea, but it might work. At one of the stands, Sandra ordered a souvenir made on the spot. While it was being made, Millie texted me asking me to come to the main alley ASAP. Sandra told me not to wait for her, so I headed to the place on my own. Magic show. It was a small stage at the very beginning of the alley. Even though nothing was happening on it yet, there was a crowd already. Behind the scene, there was a circus-looking van. The girls were standing next to it. Do you see him already? Not yet. He must be preparing. Oh, he's so cool. I love the way he looks. Black leather, his cape is still gothic and stylish. I love to wear something like that. There was mention that there might be a crossover. Magic. Who does magic? I can't remember. I don't know. This is the blue on her sweaty palms. I'll probably die when I see him up close if he agrees to take a picture with us. He will. We're not just fans, we're the organizers. Cassie fixed a tag on her chest proudly. Millie noticed me and waved. Melody, come here. Asmodeus is about to go on stage. Asmodeus, I don't know who that is, though. Never mind. Oh, who is it? The girls looked at me almost horrified. Don't you know? It's an illusionist from the last season of a talent show. He's so unbelievably awesome. Yeah, he's handsome, but I've read in the newspaper recently he was accused of plagiarism. So, probably an asshole. Cassie, do you believe newspapers? Who even reads paper press nowadays? Well, we failed to fix my laptop and it's going to take me a while to save money for the new one, so I read what I can get. What about your phone? I've got a dumb phone without internet. I'm used to it and I don't want to change it. Where's Leo? Did he take you here? He stayed to watch over the volunteer stand while we're here. And Mika, she's also there. She's so good at being a fairy. Your brother is very sweet. He's got such an awesome cat. Yeah, I like a pet too. But my own. A small white puppy. I take him for walks and run with him instead of playing sports I hate. Shh, look, he's coming. A tall man wearing a black costume showed up from the van. Why are you scowling? Who looking to be punched in the face? Looked around with the air of having migraines from everything around. The girls rushed towards him. Good evening and welcome. We're for the organization committee of the celebration. So this all is your doing? I don't like that. Most of it, yeah. The program, the organization. You have no idea how happy we are to see you in our city. We're your big fans. We watch all your performances and we like to say you're the best. He leaned in and looked her in the eyes. Exactly, the best. So why the hell did you place a performer of my level, hell knows where, not in the center? But it's the main alley and one of the best places. Right in the center is very loud and your van simply wouldn't go there. It's your business to solve these kinds of issues. And it's your fault that my show will be observed by only a handful of people. Still look at the audience that kept arriving. But there are a lot of them, and they're all waiting for you. A lot? Perhaps by standards of such a one-horse town like yours. Your last month? I approached them. Stop being rude. We can talk about it. Colin. No, hell no. Do you have stardom disease? I like that. Excuse me. Why are you acting this way? Whoever you are, there are people around you. Show some respect. The man looked at me maliciously and hissed. I'm only talking to the organizers of this event, no one else. Don't get into something that's not your business. You're still talking to children. He turned back to the girls. Now you, if you do something, you must be responsible for it. But in your case, it's called irresponsibility. Cassie, Millie, and Kathy were blinking frightenedly. I felt at a loss as well. I think I can help you. We all turned around and saw Vlad. The performer scrunched up his face incredulously. Who are you? I only talked to the organizers. I was appointed the Lightkeeper, the leader of the night as such. As the leader, I'm responsible for everything that goes on here. If you're unhappy about something, feel free to tell me about it. Buddy, you might want to watch what you say next. Vlad's calm voice didn't trick the musician. As the prey feels the predator, he didn't make the mistake of messing with Vlad. Asmodeus looked around, pulled on a deadpan face, and said, well, generally speaking, I'm fine with everything. Glad to hear that. Really? So it's alright to yell at defenseless teenagers? Right? Bitch. But once someone stronger with more authority shows up, everything is magically fine. Somebody's meant to walk around Vlad, but he also stepped aside, blocking the way. It's hard for me to go on stage, start the show. Yes, but you also wanted to apologize. What? If you're fine with everything, then you offended the girls undeservedly. And naturally, you'd like to apologize to them. The performer turned around and looked at them like he was about to puke. Are you serious? Is it just teenagers? He wanted to go again, but Vlad took another step forward. As he ended up in front of the performer's face, Vlad froze, looking him in the eyes. I am very serious. The sound just kind of like stopped. The still undertone in his voice made the air vibrate, and Vlad's stare changed, scaring all of us. Oh. Under the stare, the magician was getting more and more pale. He can't afford to get much more pale. He's already pasty. His cheek twitched. He blurted out nervously, stuttering, I'm sorry. Wonderful. Now you may start the fucking show. Bitch. Vlad stepped aside, letting him pass, and the performer rushed to the stage, mumbling on his little long mantle. Music started playing, and we heard welcoming applause. Shall we go see the show? I love him like this. I love him like this. Oh my gosh. That was so funny. I don't really feel like it anymore. We shouldn't let one small incident ruin our night. That's right, let's go. I have a feeling it's going to be interesting. That was funny. Alright, episode 12. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even announce this. Sorry. Cut. I'm not cutting that out. Anyway, welcome back, guys. We're playing more Dracula love story, even though I might connect this one to the last one. Anyway, I don't know. I don't care. I'm sorry. Hello. Hi. Anyway, noise tricks and river crossing. Let's go. My last teacup. No. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. I need to go shopping. I was buying... When I say shopping, I mean buying a bunch of stuff for my daughter because I'm just overly excited to be a mom. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I just want to buy her things. I don't know. I get so excited. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I need stuff too. Chapter 10, Fire and Water. We headed to the stage. The girls were navigating through the crowd ahead of me and Vlad. At some point, I fumbled on purpose and turned to him. Vlad, thank you for the flowers. It was very nice. He has a little smile. You know what? I had to get a picture. I need to get a picture. He's finally getting his smile back. This is so nice. Millie called out to us. Please let this be a nice night. Please. Just give him this. I know chapters 11 and 12 are probably going to be hell in a handbasket. But just give him this one more episode. Just let him have a nice time. Just one update, okay? Where are you? It's starting. We never finished the conversation, hurrying after my sister and ending up in front of the stage. I'm hungry. Noe was there already. I'm so sorry. Hey everyone, you're in time. The people applauded again. The show started, but something was clearly off. The illusionist looked distracted and jaded. He was speaking incoherently and dropping his props constantly. Many onlookers started to walk away. He's not like on TV at all. Just plain and boring. Yeah, if it wasn't the one who invited him, if I wasn't the one who died, I think it's not Modius at all. I knew a guy with the same name. He was a real smoke show. And I agree. It's pure boredom, not a show. If only I was up there. Mrs.'s eyes went round. She smiled mysteriously. Really, Noe? You can. I can, but I think it's not the right place and time. Well, I think it's perfect. If Vlad thinks so, then go ahead. What? Are you serious? Of course. Vlad is smiling. He has spoken. If he has spoken, you have to do what he says. Get up on the stage. No, we watch a bad illusionist if we got the best with us. Oh, he's giving compliments to his best friend now. It probably made him really happy. No, he looked like a genie lit out of the lamp. He shook up, ran up the stairs, and ended up on the stage in a blink of an eye. He's so excited. That's adorable. I know it's going to be fun. I wonder how this will turn out. We shouldn't have let him know. It's going to be fun. We should have Noe has improved. I had no doubts about Noe being able to entertain the crowd. Modius is not going to like it, I guess, but the audience will stop yawning for sure. Screw Modius. It's an ass. Ooh. All mystical. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, dear colleague. What? Who? As you know, aspiring artists often open for big stars. Tonight's no exception. While Maestro Asmodeus will find the right setting of mind to show you the real art of magic, I will be conducting a simple warm-up with the approval of the organizers. Excuse me. Noe snapped his fingers and a tall armchair covered in velvet appeared right behind Asmodeus' back. Please, Maestro, sit down. It's going to be comfier this way. Ola confused, the performer sat down obediently. Let me just find my assistant. She was somewhere in the audience. Ah, there she is. He offered me his hand from the stage. That's not the right picture. Me? Come on, Melody. You got this. You certainly do. Vlad has spoken. He accepted Noah's hand unsurely and he helped me on stage. Alright, the warm-up is called the Kaleidoscope of Wishes. It's trite and simple. Melody will guess your wishes and I will make them true. What? Ignoring my confusion, Noah was already walking by the edge of the stage, looking into the faces of people. You three ladies, come on up. Noah beckoned our girls, and soon they, blushing and smiling, got to the stage. Well, let's try out the magical potential of our assistant. Noah gave me an ironic look. She has at least one incredible talent, attracting very strange friends. If only one of them was a normal person. But no. But now, she'll need her other talents. Noe pointed at Millie, standing closest to me. So, Melody, focus. Try to guess what this girl is dreaming about. I don't mean something like world peace. I mean something simple and material. We're only warming up, after all. Looked at my sister attentively. I think she'd like... Oh, shit. Supernatural magic isn't got the outfit. We both like clothes, I think. She said before the show that she liked Asmodeus' outfit. She did. Yes, right. Okay, if we're thinking about that, then Kathy said that she wanted a puppy. Cassie, I don't know what Cassie wants. Let's see what else. We'll see what they offer me. Millia's eyes glistened happily. Great start, Melody. He put his hand to his mouth, turning to the audience. Actually, it was easy. Between you and me, they're sisters. The people laughed. A light, silky fabric appeared in Noah's hands. He waved it in front of my sister and... Oh my gosh. She looks stunning. She looks stunning. Please tell me she'll continue on like this. Like, maybe not always like fully decked out, but like, she looks stunning. Are you kidding me? Wow. Whoa. Noe took Millia's hand and led her across the stage like on a catwalk to the applause of the audience. He twirled again, showing off, and he helped her down to VLAD. She looks stunning. You look wonderful, Millie. Thanks. She looks so pretty. Oh my gosh. I love that outfit. And Noe was Ariel leading Cassie to me, offered me to guess her wish. Cassie. Oh, that was the one I didn't know. This is going to be more complicated. No family other connection. Go ahead, Melody. I think she liked smartphone. No, she liked her phone. A party? No. Laptop. Because she mentioned she was trying to do something on it. Yeah, Cassie mentioned her laptop is broken, that it'd take her a while to save money for the new one. Their teacher said she's from a vulnerable family. Yes, I really need it. You're right, the relationship with the teenagers is better. Cassie even jumped with surprise. Oh, I love it. Bravo, Melody. Well, let's make it true. For real? He covered a small table with a cloth, yanking it off. Oh. Oh, it's so colorful. It's pretty. Please, lady, it's yours. The latest model in rainbow color. Whoa. It took Cassie several minutes to believe the gadget was actually hers, right? Eventually, she took it, pressed it against her chest firmly, and went down from the seat with a happy smile. Oh my gosh. Thanks, Noah. So cute. Awesome. They're not even sold yet. I can't get over how gorgeous she looks. Yeah? How's it possible then? Well, Noah has his ways. Once the applause died down, we moved to Kathy's wish, the puppy. Her main dream is her own pet puppy. Best among Julia's culinary. Nope, no puppy. A small white one. Yes! You remember it. Your relationship with the teenager is better. Great job, Melody. Kathy's hands seem to start shaking. What, really? Are you gonna give me? Oh my gosh, your hands are shaking. They're so cute. Attention, please. The cloth covered the table again. In a moment, we heard a ringing bark. Noah yanked the cloth off. It's so fluffy! Look how fluffy it is! Oh my god. Almost the entire female part of the audience all at the same time. The applause was the loudest. What? He's mine? For real? I think it's a she. I hope you don't mind. Of course I don't. This is insane. Still not believing her luck, Kathy picked up the puppy. I'm pretty sure Leah would have bought her a puppy if she asked him. I guess maybe she didn't want to ask him. Kathy picked the puppy up and joined her friends below. The girls and almost all the onlookers surrounded the puffing white cloud. Oh, such a cutie. Look at it. But suddenly Millie grew a little pale and leaned towards VLAD warily. Uh-oh. What's going on? Is the magic... VLAD, is it all real? Won't it disappear later? It absolutely is. It won't go away. Oh, okay. Fly's still smiling. Everything's okay. Noe approached me. Congratulations, Melody. You did great. Some luck. A bit of courage. Oh, and perceptiveness and attention to detail. You make a great little witch. Also, this will correct. Noe admires you. Noe clapped his hands, attracting the audience's attention again. Thank you for the warm welcome, friends. But it's time to give the stage to the real guru of illusion, Maestro Asmodeus. All this time, the illusionist was sitting so quietly I'd forgotten about him, and I guess I wasn't the only one. He got up from the armchair and stepped forward, raising his hand towards the crowd. But instead of applause, there were exclamations. Screw him! Let's go on with the wishes. It's much more interesting. That's right. Stay. We want our wishes to come true, too. I don't know your wishes. The crowd started applying, demanding Noe to go on. I don't think it's a good idea. My colleague, the magician, ground his teeth. Ha! Of course he doesn't want to go on, because it was all set up. Those three girls are the organizers, and the assistant is their friend. I saw them together before the show. Noah covered his face with his hands in mock horror. What an appalling reveal! The girls wearing the t-shirts and ties of the organizers turned out to be the organizers. The audience laughed. Well, it's true. The trick is simple, but what did you expect? True magic? Though if you insist, we can go on. Who else wants to take part? A line formed by the steps. Noah picked several more ladies from it. Now we changed places. He was guessing the wishes, and I was wielding the silk cloth. As if by magic, under it, there were tickets to a travel, a rare collection postcard, and even a brooch a girl received from her grandma but lost last year. Some whispers couldn't hold their tears. The people clapped nonstop. Oh, baby, it's so cute. As Mother's face was getting darker by a moment, he got up again. Are you leaving? That's it. Enough of the childish games. It's my time to show. The people in the line protested, but Noe asked for everyone for silence. We can't wait, Maestro. What are you going to surprise us with? The illusionist squinted mysteriously. Disappearance. Yours? He pointed at a huge block on the stage. I'll call 2 volunteers, place them there, and they'll disappear. Boring. That's nothing new. Shh. Let's see. I'm sure my colleague has prepared something original for us. Since me and Melody are already here, why don't you pick us? The foreman bared his teeth spitefully. Are you trying to find the ruse? Well, this will be even more interesting. Go ahead. I whispered. No, are you sure? Absolutely. Alright, I'll trust you. Because this guy, he's liable to make me freaking be sawed in half on purpose. As Mother rolls the box, opening its walls to turn it and show its empty and no secret compartments. Now, please. Noah was the first to step in. I followed him, still hesitating. The doors opened and it became pitch black. The box spun. I set my hands against the wall to keep my balance. Oh. And now, let's make the maestro a surprise. We'll disappear for real. What? How? How is my job. Just don't get scared. I wasn't going to. Will it be scary? Then don't scare me. I wasn't going to. I'm brave. So many things have happened lately. I doubt you surprised me. No, he smirked. We'll see. The performance voice, I love their little bickering that they do. That's adorable. The performance voiced and told the audience he was about to open the doors. Sorry, Melody. It's a force measure. Suddenly, Noah got close and hugged me. What are you? But I never finished my question. My head started spinning. Something flickered in front of my eyes, and then silence and darkness. Where are we? There's a bunny! And butterflies. The first thing I felt again was a familiar sweet smell. I thought, jasmine? Then I heard birds sing. When I opened my eyes, I saw the sky. Soft grass was tickling my neck and hands, and small, fluffy clouds were slowly drifting above me. I sat up and discovered I was in a yard of a small, cozy cottage. What? Noah was sitting next to me, still holding my hand. His face was even more surprised than mine. What? You didn't bring us here on purpose? Damn it. How? He looked at me with vexation. What did you do? I didn't do anything. But, okay, I don't think he's surprised about the place, just that we came here. Me? You dragged us here. He mocked me spitefully. This is not where I was dragging us. I yanked my hand from his at last and got up. Then you've missed. What do I have to do with it? What do you use this place? He got up just in his suit without a word, and I walked around the yard looking at it. Well-groomed garden, jasmine bushes in bloom, swings on an old chestnut. I got up to the porch. A plaid on the rattan armchair, a fresh pie on the table, and still smoking fruit tea. It all looked like the owners went away for a moment and were about to return and continue with their breakfast. Objects were new but the antique at the same time, reminding me of a film set. Noe? Where are we? No answer again. Does this have to do with the people that he lost? I noticed the wooden frame with unfinished embroidery and the armchair under the plaid. I got it out and took to examine the dainty piece with interest. Oh no. Oh no. And he has their eyes, one from each of them. Yep, that's Noah. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's his parents. This was the little cottage that they grew up in. Oh my god. Oh, so yeah, the people he was leaving there was named for. The candle for was definitely his parents. Brown eyes came from his mom. His green eye came from his dad. It had a family on it. Father, mother, and a boy with long, fair hair. Don't touch it. Put it down. In a couple of leaps, Noah ended up next to me and snatched the frame from my hands, but it was too late. I'd already noticed the boy in the embroidery had different eyes. One dark, one green. It's you, Noah, and your parents. He drew a loud breath through his clenched teeth. Yeah, that's another one of your talents. Sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. His eyes lingered on the embroidery, and the vexation in his face slowly shifted into sadness. Noah fixed with the edges of the cloth with care and put the frame back into the armchair. Is it their house? Did you live here? Hold on. Are we in the dark world now? A shiver ran down my spine with that thought, and I looked around warily. He gave me a sarcastic look from under his brows. You're human, Melody. Do you really think people can just waltz into the dark world and back? Not at all. It's your normal world. But are your parents human? No, they were demons, just like me. But very strange demons. They enjoy living among humans more than among the dark ones. I looked at the embroidery again. You're 10 years here at most. How old are you now? How long ago was this? From the fashion, I feel like it was a really long time ago. I'm very young by the standards of the dark ones, and this is... He waved his hand at the space around the end of the 13th century. Florence. So we're in the past now? No, it's just a time capsule. I've sealed a time segment, and it will stay this way forever. Sealed? What? So you can keep this perfect moment in time, I think. Probably was right before everything went to hell. Though he turned around and walked on from the porch, I followed him. Then I remembered the candles on Memorial Lane and his face during the prayer. They're gone, aren't they? They died, and you kept the moment before. He stepped as a chestnut and touched the swings. They creaked mournfully. Yes, but not before. It was impossible. Right after that. But what happened? How could demons die? In the human world at that. His face crunched up painfully, but only for a second. He regained his usual impassiveness immediately. Too many questions, Melody. You don't need all that information. I only nodded at the swings. Get in. I'll rock you. I sat on the wooden seat obediently and started rocking me gently. Look how pretty that swing is! Oh my gosh, this whole thing is like fairy tale. Do you have other relatives and loved ones? Relatives? Yes. Loved ones? No. So, VLAD is your only friend? We don't operate in those terms in the dark world, but generally speaking, yes. How did you two get close? He said you showed him the ways of the world, which was new to him. Did he mean the dark world? Yes. It was my task to help him to explain how it all works. I'm thought to be kind of an expert on humans in our world. Ah. Humans you can't stand. It's a side effect from knowing them too well. I treated VLAD the same way at first, but he proved to be different from other humans, or the dark ones. His equal treatment of everyone, no matter their position, and his sense of justice were astonishing to me. And the law against the scavengers made me simply admire him. The law against whom? All elites. Noah's face grew gloomy. The Dark Ones believe their world is much more perfect than the human one, and it is in some ways. But in other aspects, the Dark Ones are stuck in ancient ages compared to you. I've mentioned the hierarchy before. Your position in it determines everything. And the lower you are in this hierarchy, the fewer rights and possibilities you have. In the bottom, there are minor imps, like the ones who attacked the castle back then. Stuck between the worlds, no one cares about them, so no one ever protected them. Other demons we call scavengers will pursue them. They're the higher demons usually, but they hunt imps. They take all of their energy and feed on it. What happens to the imps once they're devoid of energy? The dark creatures consist of energy entirely. If you take all of it, they cease existing. So they die. Yes. Isn't killing your kind prohibited in your world? It is, but no one thought of imps as our kind. There was no punishment for attacking minor imps, and the scavengers took advantage of that. VLAD, however, changed that. As he became the king of the Carpathian evil spirits, he announced he protect his lieges from now on, whoever they are. And he is successfully on the same severe punishment for the imps as for the noble ones. If you knew our world, you'd know how difficult it was, simply impossible. The law was always on the side of the higher ones. But VLAD made it. They were too afraid of his power, so they passed the law. And the killing stopped? In our world, yes. There was your world left, since the dark laws have no effect here. But it's much more difficult for the scavengers to hunt here, since they don't have their own bodies. They can attack only if some humans agrees to let them into their body, but it's really rare. Is that what happened to Mihai? Mihai? So yes, the killings practically stopped. And the ones who used to do these things, at least some of them got their deserved punishment. Some of them. Scavengers. Scavengers killed his parents. I looked at Noe pensively. Each time when he mentioned the scavengers, he would get tense and angry. That night by the castle, I didn't see him being worried about minor imps. He didn't care about them at all. Why does he care about Vlad's loss so much? Oh, because maybe if the law had passed sooner, his parents wouldn't have died. I've never believed human nonsense like love and friendship. I've never trusted humans. But fate has a wonderful sense of humor. So a human became my only close friend. Now I see why you hated me so much in the beginning. I didn't know anything about you. But you proved to be different, just like him. Even when you learned about his monster essence, you still want to help Vlad. How can I help him, Noe? What do I need to do to make the darkness go away? And so that I could touch him normally, hug him. Yes, I know how you both suffer because of this barrier, but I don't know for sure, but I think Vlad struck a deal with someone of our kind. And that deal included a non-disclosure clause. Oh, so he can't say. So he cannot tell anyone what's required for his liberation. It's a common trick of the dark contracts. Some condition you cannot tell anyone about it until it grants itself. Only after that it's possible to move to the next steps. What if it grants itself and we don't even find out about it? For that, I've got something. Noe hid his hand behind his back and brought it back right away, showing me some object. Ooh, what'd that do? Blue and yellow rays were trembling inside a small glass sphere. What is it? Let's call it an energy controller. When the necessary event happens, the energies will change and the rays inside will become a dark red. Ooh. I reached out for the sphere. Nuh-uh. It's my toy. Noe jerked his palm back and the sphere disappeared. Do you know how much I had to work on it to adjust it with all the info I needed? I'll leave modesty behind and go ahead and say that it's irreplicable. So you really are the best in your field? Undoubtedly. So how did it happen the best one in their field screwed up our relocation? Noe grumbled. I have no idea, but it's certainly about you because it's never happened to me before. Uh-huh, sure. Maybe, though, it's like her soul light helps to bring out, like, the light places in other people's souls as well. So his magic naturally drew him here towards his light place. Like this is a happy place for him. So, By the way, it's time to go back. He opened his arms and smiled. Come on, come to daddy. You can't say that with that smirk. I'm actually starting to like you. I might consider, if he is an ally, I might consider it. Hugging again? There's no other way. How do I know if that's true? No way to know. You'll have to believe my words. We'll stay here forever in 13th century Florence. You do find good arguments. Stepped into his arms and he wrapped me into them carefully. Vertigo and darkness again. I wonder how this scene, how the dialogue might have changed if you were single. Then some shouts and finally light. The doors of the box opened and we saw the stage again. It was quite a mess. The illusionist pose of Ghost was sitting on the armchair on the verge of tears. Oh, we were talking for too long and he was trying to bring us back? I really don't know where they could have gone. I've checked everything 100 times. They're nowhere around. The viewers were crowding around them. Commissioner Dugan was among them. He got rid of them on purpose, out of jealousy. Ooh. On purpose, ha. He's just ham-handed. He's been dropping everything from the start, and now he lost people. You know, it's not a joke. It could be a crime. Calm down, ladies and gentlemen. Just tell me again what happened. Someone turned around and noticed us. Oh, they're there. Look, they are. Oh, there they are, and they're back. Everyone turned to us at once. Thank God, Melody. I was so scared for you. Where were you? Melody pointed at the box. There, inside this thing, but he didn't let us out for a while. No way, that's dangerous. He could get arrested. Yeah, I kind of laugh at him, to be honest. Not true, he's lying. I checked everything, every inch. They weren't there. You disappeared for real. For real? Well then, Maestro, you must be a real magician. Alright, since it's all fine, it's just we all go our ways. Celebration is in full swing. Go enjoy it. People nodded and started scattering, but the illusionist couldn't calm down. No, something's off here. He set it up to spite me. Look, officer, they're friends over there. They weren't even worried. As always pointed over to the stage at Vlad, Sandra, Leo, and the girls. You have to figure it out. I don't see a reason for it. Besides, I'm off duty. Have a nice evening. They were wearing normal clothes. The commissioner said goodbye to us and left, and Noah and I got down to our friends. Jerkwad. Get out of here. Did you miss us? Actually, Vlad was the calmest. The others were clearly unnerved. Melody, are you fine? Nothing scary happened? I got a bit frightened. It was scary. Nah. All's great. I'm safe and sound. I told you. Phew, yeah, but it was still weird. Disappeared for a long time. Yeah, you made us nervous. I guess so despite being there, the time passed by like the same. Well, we were still in the human world. We were just somewhere else. Well, sort of. How does that work? You made us nervous. Let's go to the riverbank. They're waiting for the keeper there. Yeah, the most interesting thing is about to start. Well, I headed to the embankment. As we walked, I remembered about the puppy. Kathy, where's your gift? Well, while you were gone, Leo and I took her to the castle. It's just minutes away. We were gone that long? They went all the way to the castle, got the puppy settled, and came back. No wonder people were upset. Such a noisy place was too tiring for the baby. Oh, yeah, you're right. That's right. Oh, dang, I didn't get a picture. Maybe look at the CG. It was dark. Floating lights were lit up on the river. Slow, mystical music was playing softly. Boats were passing by. Paddlers were standing in them wearing black hooded capes by tradition. I'm concerned. Because people who also in capes were the ones who abducted me. Like Ruthven. And what if his cronies are like hiding in here? And this leaves on a cliffhanger that Melody gets snatched by one of those people. Just saying. Oh, there she goes. Okay, because my daughter's pacifier was like under her head. So when she turned her head that way, I snuck in the room and like pulled the pacifier somewhere else, and I just like kind of crept back out of the room. I didn't want her to know to see me. So I was trying to be a pacifier thief. But anyway, so now she can lay her head down normally. Anyway, I'm sorry. Being a weird mom. Okay. Boats were passing by. Pally was standing there. Oh, I already read that. Can you feel the vibe? It's kind of unsettling. Yeah. I also felt uncomfortable. I used to like this tradition, but now the Boda's gowns were reminding me about the recent abduction and the figures in the Black Castle basement. The girls led us to the volunteer tent. It was lively. Teenagers were scurrying around, discussing something, laughing. Mika was among them as well, and apparently felt naturally in that habitat. Good. She fits in great. She doesn't really speak, but everyone understands her without words. The girl noticed us, ran up to us, and gave everyone a greeting wave. I'm really glad you're having fun. Oh, see? So nice. Amika smiled, turned around, and ran to the river. She sat down and splashed her hands in water. The river keeps calling out to her. She keeps running to it. Feels like she's about to dive. Oh yeah, those look kind of creepy. Yes, they often live by water, bodies, and love water. So we should take her with us on a boat ride. We were about to go. Right, we should go now before it's too late. Hope there are still vacant boats. Millie and Kathy went to the boatmen and came back soon. Only three people boats are left. Then you two and Mika go. I don't have time anyway. I need to prepare the keeper. Hope these paddlers are well instructed and all is safe. Of course. I personally saw to inviting and checking them. They're all professionals. There are life vests in the boats. Fine, but be careful anyway. Don't leave with the board and... Kathy went red and pouted fretfully. Leo? I'm sure they know. Just let them go. They're teenagers. They're like 16. They'll be okay. The girls are all grown up and responsible now. Look at the celebration they put together. And look how they protected Mika. I got their back. Leo sighed and waved his hand by her, saying, he's just being worried. You're right, Melody. I'm sorry, Kathy. My usual ways. The girl gave me a grateful smile. Starting to see why he might not have given her a puppy. He's like, you gotta be responsible, Kathy. The girls called for Mika and then went to the river, seeing their boats take off. We watched them for a while, but then the small vessel disappeared in the night fog. Okay. Meanwhile, Cassie was speaking to the priest about something, and then they approached Vlad. Nice to meet you, Mr. Vlad. So you're a keeper for tonight. The pleasure's all mine. I am. It's time to light the main fire. I'm ready. Wonderful. Then I'll tell you how it's going to be. First, you need to get dressed in the traditional keeper gown. Father Taylor will help you. Then you need to cross the river on the raft and light up the main fire on that bank. We should go together. Because I'm concerned about that story. They said that... All I'm saying is that story was probably real. Yes, they used to light it up on a separate raft and cross the river with it. But over time, the tradition simplified. Nowadays, the ready fire is already waiting for you at that bank. How will I find it? There are torches lit up all around it. You'll see it from afar. I'll also instruct you on guiding the raft, but it's pretty simple. The river takes a turn there, and the current basically carries you to the place on its own. Ooh, wait, that magic place. Maybe that's why Ursi was mad that she wouldn't be able to get on the boat. Or maybe she was trying to do something sneaky magically over there. You just need to row from time to time to keep the course. Alright. Then let's go. I'll dress you up and explain the minor details. The priest turned to Cassie. We'll be ready in about 10 minutes. What about the companion? Is she dressed up ready already? Ha! I knew it. So there is more to this. The companion. Aha. Suddenly Cassie went terribly pale and threw her hands up. Oh. What's wrong? I forgot about the companion. I meant to say when I came to the castle, but there were the commissioner and the mayor and then Mika. It just escaped me. Who was the companion? What are we talking about? Remember, I told you tonight? The first keeper went to save the town not alone. His beloved lady was with him. It's thanks to her that he managed to come back alive. So, in their celebrations, the keeper always goes up the river with a companion. Is she chosen as well? Yes, but not by the city, by the keeper himself. It can be his wife or beloved. Oh, well, we live in a modern world. It doesn't have to be a wife. It can be any dear person, even a friend. Yes, that's right. All that matters is that they're very close to the keeper. They must be their soulmate. And Ursi was gonna go? The old man looked at Vlad with hope. You're not alone here tonight. You've got your friends. Maybe there's a girl or a young man to fit this role. I like the inclusiveness. Vlad's like, not sure. Vlad looked over us pensively. Yes, the girl is indeed here, but I need her to agree to it. He approached me slowly. Melody, I'd love you to be my companion. Vlad has spoken. We're going. And cross the river with me. Do you agree? Of course I agree. No, we're going alone. I blushed a bit looking at our friends bashfully. Thank you. He turned to Cassie. Well, we sorted it out. Melody will be my companion. Cassie clutched her chest cheerfully. Oh, wonderful. Great. Then you go with Father Taylor and we'll see to her gown. Miss Melody, let's go. We'll get you ready. The priest took Vlad away and Cassie led me into the tent. There are several options. I hope one of them suits you. Oh! You can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. But this one, I feel like an angelic mermaid. I must have. I must have. I must. Oh. Now, let's set your hair. Oh, I didn't even see the top of the gown. Oh my god. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm in between this one and this one, actually. I know this is supposed to correspond with the other one, but hear me out. This also looks like, she looks like, okay, an angelic fairy, mermaid princess, right? And this speaks more like tiara. Like, I don't know. But I know it's supposed to go with the other one. Okay, it is like a darker silver. And these little golden flecks in the hair kind of go with the golden flecks on her clothes. Okay, fine. Fine. Okay. Hold on. No! I tried to grab, I wanted to change to the other necklace. This is fine. This necklace is still pretty. I wanted to change to the other necklace. They got me. When we returned to our friends, Vlad was there already. Look at you! Look at you! Alright, since everyone is ready, let's go to the river. I'll show you the raft of the keeper and the companion. The raft proved to be unexpectedly big and festively decorated. A big boat was nearby. 2 uniformed men were preparing for it for sale. What's with the boat? It's a technical vessel in case the raft needs help. It's a rare occurrence, but it might get stuck somewhere. Or the keeper is not good at navigating it. So the hands go after the raft and help it out if necessary. Sandra lowered her head all of a sudden and held onto her forehead as if her head started aching sharply. Uh-oh. Are you alright? Oh, gorgeous. Yeah, it's just a surge of pain. Looked at the boat and the others, and then at the priest. Can we take the boat? Leo and Noah are big guys, but they can help if need arises. So can I. Do you mind? Of course not. That's a good idea. I agree. Are you worried about your friends? I get it. Of course you can. I think the guys don't mind either. That tells me for sure something's about to go down as soon as we get out there. The uniformed men nodded in agreement. Alright, let's set sail. Vlad and I walked to the raft via special scaffolding. The priest explained some nuances of navigating to him again, and we took off. Have a nice ride and come back soon. Godspeed. Thank you. It's so romantic. I didn't even get a picture of it. Dang it. Okay, I'll keep my fingers here. I might be able to get one. The raft, caught up by the current, floated down the river. Vlad took to guiding it with a big steering oar fixed on the stern. Dude, I feel like we're on a honeymoon. I saw Leo, Sandra, and Noah hop into the boat and move after us. Floating lights and other boats were passing by. The passengers will wave to us cheerfully as they saw our raft, and the older ones were even bowed us respectfully. Oh no. Get it. I got it. Okay. They gave that to me. They know I would want this picture. But the further we were going away from the bank, the fewer boats and lights we saw. Soon we were drifting in the light of the lamps on the raft. Okay, there's ample time to get this picture. Until then, our friend's boat following us could be seen easily, but now it disappeared from view. Vlad and I were all alone, surrounded by the night river fog. I sat on the bench and took to watching the river or looking at Vlad. Looking at Vlad. There's the music. He was standing by the stern, half turned to me, holding the steering oar and turning it from time to time. Perfectly calm as if he'd done it many times before, straight back, focused, looking into the dark. I was admiring his frame and facing the dim, slightly foggy light on the lamps, and I could feel his calmness and confidence slowly overtaking me as well. Unknown depths under us, darkness around us, a tiny raft compared to the river, and the water playfully taking us into the distance. And any other time I'd be scared, but not now, not with him. Vlad turned his head, caught my gaze on him, and smiled. Come to me. Vlad has spoken. I approached him and stood next to him, practically touching his shoulder with mine. I couldn't help but notice yet again how tiny and fragile I seemed to myself next to him. Better hold on. He nodded the oar he was holding with both hands, one up, the other a bit lower. I obeyed and took the wooden surface of the free surface space between his palms. Now our hands were practically touching. My small hand and his two slender ones framing mine, like strong guards flanking a fragile princess. I glanced at Vlad and saw him look at our hands as well and smile. He seemed so happy. I love it so much when you smile. I feel like, right, we're all right there with you, Leia. Your smile is the most beautiful thing I've seen in this world. I can't speak for other worlds, though. He looked at me with such tenderness that I practically bathed in it. I felt like floating in the warm, caressing waves of his gaze. Take it with both hands. He removed his hands from the oar and moved to give me his place by the steer. I held onto the timber tightly. Then I saw Vlad step away and turn to him, frightened. Don't leave me. He picked up a thick plaid from the bench and came back. Of course I won't leave you. He opened the throw and lowered it to my shoulders gently. The plaid turned out to be so big it covered me from the top of my hand to my feet, hiding my whole body, and Vlad moved closer and hugged me through it. His big, strong hands were wrapping my waist, shoulders, chest, so firm and so soft as if cradling me in this big, warm cocoon. He lowered his head to my shoulder and rested his temple against my cheek, still through the plaid. Such an impulsive, warm, almost childish move. Very unexpected from the strong and often inaccessible, strict man. This move told me without words how touch-starved he was. Such an embrace could seem casual and insignificant to someone, but it was precious to one who lived through parting and loneliness across several centuries. Left the steering oar and turned to him. He fixed the plaid on me and hugged me again, less firmly this time. Vlad left us some space to look into each other's eyes comfortably. Melody, please forgive me. For all the pain you felt because of me. For every minute of despair and sadness, every tear. I thought I could do the right thing, stay away from you. But now I see it was pointless. However much I wanted and try, I can't go on without you. Sorry for denying the obvious. Even when I saw how persevering you were in fighting your fear, hoping you're trying to be with me, I was still pushing you away. So cruel. You weren't pushing me away. You were pushing yourself from me. Yes. But you were suffering from it, just like me. When he hugged me again so tightly, pressing me against his chest with his comically big plaid, I was really thankful to it for making our embrace possible, and I hated it deeply for dividing us as well. The raft turned softly and changed trajectory. Vlad let me go and grabbed the oar. We made it to the river turn and saw the burning torches in the darkness. Fires? Yes, that's where we're heading. Vlad took more active oaring to steer the raft there, and just several minutes later we could see the other bank clearly. Here we are. Oh no, there's already blood here. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, it's about to go down. We had a nice moment. That's over. The construct for the future fire was towering on a big wasteland surrounded by torches, and next to it there were two figures on the ground. There's someone there, 2 people. Something's wrong. Looks like one of them is not well. We started steering harder, trying to speed the raft up. We got close enough, saw the figures clearly, and a wave of terror immediately hit me. No. They were mine, Leo's sisters. Kathleen was sitting with her back hunched, and her shoulders were shaking with sobs. Oh, goodness, she's alive. A motionless Millie was lying on her lap. They were covered in blood from head to toe. What the fuck? Help! Where's Mika? How do you go in like that? Wow. That's nuts. I'm still worried about the girls. What they see? What happened to Mika? I don't know. Wow, okay. Dude. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and end this part right here, guys, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and show like button, some love, subscribe, some more content like this. And I'll see you next time with this craziness. Wow. This update was a banger. That was awesome. I loved it. Bye.